Taurus, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your bonus general tarot reading for March 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's happening for the lovely Taurus collective. My guides and spirit team, talk to me. What bonus messages do we have for March 2024? We're looking at the big ball of wax, my friends. I know I usually do the weekly readings, but we're going to see what themes might pop up within the month of March. And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Taurus. Please, bonus messages, my guides. What do we have for them? What do we got? Okay. Very sleepy type of energy, but not necessarily in a bad way. This could represent dreams and imagination, but for some reason it just feels very, very sleepy here. And we'll talk about that in a moment. We'll get into more detail, of course. But before we do, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the March subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk a little bit about this card. So we see this individual. They're wearing a sleep cap. It looks like they're in their PJs. They're surrounded by some nonsensical imagery, which does kind of reflect dreams. There's literally a dream catcher on this card as well. I haven't seen this card in months for any sign. So that's why I said when it popped out, like maybe there's something involving like your energy. Spirit might be wanting you to like rest, recuperate, recover. Some of you might be having issues sleeping, right? Or there is something surrounding your sleep schedule when this card is here. But for some of you, yeah, like maybe your energy just feels a little lower than it normally does, or maybe you need to recuperate in one way or another. But a big thing I always think of when I see dream-based cards is the importance of your dreams and your intuition. Specifically, if you're having a lot of vivid dreams in this time, maybe Spirit's trying to communicate with you or commune in one way or another. Okay, so just make sure you're taking care of yourself when this card is in the mix. Obviously, it's nothing like treacherous. We're not seeing big red flags or anything like that, but rest and sleep are big. Also, you might be extra imaginative and creative when this energy is in the mix. Very water sign type of vibe. But we're just going to put him over there. He could finish taking his little nap. Let's get into tarot now. And yeah, let's shuffle it up one time and see what bonus messages we have for Taurus here, my guides, please. The month of March. So, let's talk about your most recent reading. It was only a few days ago, and it was titled A Big Rejection. And the main vibe I was picking up within the energy was whether it was a behavior, whether it was a situation, whether it was a person, an energy of rejection was in the mix. So there could be things that you're trying to curb, or like you're like, yeah, no, this isn't fitting right for whatever reason. It doesn't all just have to be personal relationships. You all know that. And that energy could still bleed over throughout the month. So we're going to see what's up here. Let's get 3 cards in the upright. And yeah, I would say, you know, just take this reading however it hits for you. Energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone. And we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else's. Lots can happen within a month. So let's get you 3 cards to start off nice. Quick. That popped out real quick. Okay. So the one thing I see here is that we're starting with wish fulfillment. This is a beautiful energy, a beautiful card. And yeah, I mean, you might have some real nice things coming your way in the month of March. Let's get a couple more though. Don't want to get too far ahead of myself just yet. But our good friend John Travolta there, he's very content, happy, welcome. Okay, here's the rub. We got the 5 of Cups right next to it, so it's already a tale of 2 readings. We might be looking at 2 separate situations or something that shifts and turns. Let's get one more. What do we got here for Taurus? Lots of water energy. Thank you. Oh, that card just almost flew off the table. All right, we got the 4 of Wands, the good old 11-11 card. Very much spiritually tapped in with this type of energy. And yeah, we're going to have to talk about this, Taurus. There's a lot happening here. Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, and we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. So at first look, first glance, I do feel much more positive than I do with the challenge here in the center. Notice we have the double down of cup energy, which could represent your emotions. So the fact that the main part of the spread is mostly water does tell me that for a lot of Tauruses. You might be feeling things a little bigger than you normally do, or your emotions might be very much up and down in the coming month or weeks, however it fits. But we have beautiful energy on the extreme ends with the Nine of Cups, the Four of Wands. There's this beautiful spiritual connection. There's a lot of celebration involved as well. So let's go through piece by piece and really start to build this out. Position number one, the Nine of Cups. Always love when this card shows up in any sort of reading. You see this dude, he's chilling there. He's surrounded by the full cups. He's happy. He's welcoming. I always say this could represent a win or a victory of some sort. This person is extremely content. It's a nice, affectionate type of energy as well. So for a lot of Tauruses in this time, maybe you're craving a little more affection, or maybe you're being a little more soft around the edges, a little more affectionate with the Nine of Cups. But if we're casting a broad net, when I see this card, I think of good things. Now, every card has challenges, okay? And especially with the Four of Wands and stuff back here, Spirit could be, in its challenge, the Nine of Cups could be someone that overindulges. So if that's not you, maybe it's someone you're connected to. Maybe they throw a few too many back, or maybe they overindulge in certain behaviors a little too much when the Nine of Cups is here. We're all human. We all do it from time to time. The Nine of Cups is also on a deeper level, Spirit saying, like, listen, you're a nice person, but don't be too nice. Don't let anyone take advantage of your kindness, okay? Only take that if it hits, but the Nine of Cups can represent that in its reverse form. Moving to the center, we have the Five of Cups, the River of Tears card. So whereas we're starting real strong with this victorious, win-based type of energy, the Five of Cups is like that complete opposite switch. So maybe there are situations that are very much up in the air. You don't know if it's going to turn out good or if it's going to turn out rough. The Five of Cups, in its positive sense, this is not a permanent type of energy. This is an energy that does move through. It's not super stuck, and although there is tears here, or there's pain, or there's hardship, could even be nervousness and anxiety, this card moves through pretty quickly, similar to the Eight of Swords. But the thing we really want to look at is the detail, especially since we start with the Nine of Cups and move to the Five of Cups. It's very much flip-floppy. So whether this is two different situations, like maybe good things are coming even though you're not feeling too hot, that could be for some of you. The Five of Cups could be rough, but in its positive sense, it does heal, it does move forward, but it's pain, okay? So we want to look at it further. If that's not you, it could just be someone you're connected to, right? And I always say the rough cards are always on a spectrum. They could be just gloominess, right? It doesn't have to be like massive heartbreak and stuff like that. It could just, we'll see when we get into the detail. I don't want to go off on too much of a tangent. We have a very powerful card ending you off, though. So yeah, we do have this little challenging energy in the center. The Four of Wands, the 11-11 card. Now, for some of you, this could be a focus on the home, the household, the family unit, property, things like that. Whenever the Four of Wands is in the mix, it is highly, highly spiritual, okay? So yes, it's also a card of celebration, victory, a cause for celebration. We really like this Four of Wands, but I always say this card often shows up when you're going to be seeing a lot of signs from Spirit, when you're seeing the omens or Spirit trying to direct you in a specific way, like, hey, Taurus, no, go over here, or you know what, check that out, or look into this. You might feel your intuition tugging at you because your Spirit team could be trying to chat with you whenever the Four of Wands is in the mix, okay? But aside from that, it's very solid, very stable. And I can see for some of you, if you've been through any recent pain or recent heartbreak, whatever you want to call it, it could resolve. You could start getting your sense of stability back with these energies on the extreme ends. So I want to dive deeper on all of it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here for Taurus, please. My gods, talk to me. What do we got for my friends? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Nine of Cups. And if you have any messages you want to give to Taurus, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Nine of Cups time. And while we get this card out, for any of you that have been inquiring about a personal reading, you could check out my website, mastermetaphysics.com, in the description. Okay, enough of all that. Let's keep this reading moving along. All right. Oh, we got the King of Cups, aka Kyle of Cups himself without a beard, having a drink. There's a lot of celebrating happening here, Taurus, which I really do like, and I feel like this is very much claimable energy. There's so much emotion, there's so much emotional connection and love within this first alignment. It's really, really good. Now, for a portion of you, this could just represent a water sign in your life. But whenever we see the King of Cups, he is the master of the emotional realm, the unseen realm. And underneath this Nine of Cups, it just tells me, like, you've got something big coming in, be it a win or a victory. You're going to be happy, Okay, so the whole month of March, like whatever it is you're going through, events could start changing and turning in your favor. Or you could find a sense of emotional stability. That's a big thing with the King of Cups, Nine of Cups. It's like very grounded, very stable. This is a really lovely type of energy. However, we still want to keep a close eye because I did say, yeah, there's a switch of energy here. A little bit of a mixed bag. Now, the King of Cups is also another card that I think of with indulgences, drinking, stuff like that. So for some of you, I can't let go of that message. Watch out for any sort of overindulgence in this time. But for a big portion of you, there's a lot of partying happening here. And I know it's not even your birthday season yet. That's still a couple months away, but there's a lot of celebration I feel in the energy for you, Taurus. So I feel like this is extremely claimable energy of wins and victories in a very powerful way. And we'll see when we get to the back end. The King of Cups could often show up in situations involving romance and love as well, so keep that in mind. If you're wondering how someone feels about you, this is deeply. Okay, this is Spirit saying, like, yeah, no, this is a soul tie. This person feels very deeply or meaningful type of emotions. Let's keep moving over to that Five of Cups, though. As if there's going to be anything that throws us off in this reading, it's that Five of Cups. So let's see what's up. Lots of water here, lots of emotion. So talk to me about that five. Why is that River of Tears in the mix? Five of Swords. All right, who is this like raining on the parade? Okay, like this is frustrating energy. And I had to clear my throat there for a minute because like it's kind of like the cat got my tongue when this Five of Swords popped out underneath the Five of Cups. Whereas this energy here is like soft and welcoming and nice and loving and caring. This one in the center is like hurtful and mean. So there's like two competing energies here. One is just like beautiful, lovely. It's like everything. This one in the center is like the complete other extreme, the complete total opposite. So I would say in this time, especially in the coming days and weeks, there might be somebody that rains on the parade, or like whenever you're in this mode, whenever you're feeling happy or good or solid, there's a person that always has to prod and poke. It's like giving me that vibe. And I feel like I've picked that up for you in recent weeks. So the Five of Swords could be a selfish energy sometimes. It's a conflict-based type of energy, and it feels mean here in the center. Okay, so whereas this one happy and content, this one's angry and mad and just like aggressive. So that is something to watch out for. Another thing I could say with the double fives, you know, we are already talking about number signs with the Four of Wands. We'll look into that deeper. We have the repeating fives. In numerology, I know fives are similar to fast and rapid change. Okay, where things could either progress and get much better much quicker, or things could deteriorate really quickly as well. So keep that in mind. For a lot of you, there could be a lot of sudden change or sudden shift, whether it's a change of heart, a change of emotion where it's like, nah, yeah, I'm good, I'm feeling good, and then boom, it's like sour the next. So there's like a change of heart. And it could be the other way as well. Like if you're having difficulties with a person and they're in this mode, it could shift. It's just very fluid. We're going to keep moving over to that Four of Wands. Like I said, this could be a sudden change or a sudden change of heart happening here, but let's not dwell on it. It is what it is, right? So we'll talk about it more during the recap. Let's go in on that Four of Wands. Why is that Four of Wands here? Don't let anybody rain on your parade, though. That's another thing I feel like I have to tell some of you, because that's what that energy, it just feels like that in the center. It's like, okay, I was trying to tell you something nice here. All right, so we do have the Ace of Swords in reverse underneath this Four of Wands. Now, Spirit is trying to talk to you, but a message might not be getting through for whatever reason. So whether this is like an individual from the other side. For some of you, I feel like it might be, and I usually don't give messages like that. The Ace of Swords underneath the Four of Wands, it's like absolutely someone trying to send you signs and speak to you, and it's just not connecting for whatever reason. So keep that in mind, Taurus. Like if your intuition's telling you something, or you're seeing these signs and synchronicities, it might be a little difficult for you to discern what your spirit team is trying to tell you, but there are powerful omens and number signs all over the place here. I just don't know if you're picking up what they're putting down just yet. Now, I'm not, let me pull one more card. I don't ever do this really, but I'm going to pull one more card just to see what they might be trying to tell you that you might not be seeing. Okay, don't tell the other signs, okay? Let's see what are they trying to tell Taurus, please. Thank you. Okay, you already know what you have to do, in regards to something. So in regards to the question here with the Four of Wands, Ace of Swords in reverse, the signs and synchronicities that are just not connecting, they're not going through. If you're in a time of confusion or a difficult period, you don't even have to be in a difficult period. You know what you have to do. There could also be a sign of like not overthinking. Okay, so when the Seven of Cups is in reverse, the Ace of Swords in reverse, this could be Spirit telling you, like, hey, Taurus, don't overthink. Don't be your own worst enemy. Okay, when this is here. But the main vibe I'm picking up with this and what Spirit could be trying to tell you is like, all right, Taurus, you already know what you need to do. Like deep down, because the Seven of Cups is a card of thinking and it's a card of options, choices, paths. When it's in reverse, it's like singular. It's like, no, you know where you need to go. You already know what you need to do. So there's a little encouragement from Spirit to tell you to do what you know is right or the right path for you. Take that for whatever it's worth. I rarely ever get messages like that. Let's go through and do a quick recap here, Taurus. This was a very different reading. Okay, so please, let's go through. Position number one, a lot of cups. We have a lot of air, so a lot of internal energy flowing all throughout this reading. Position number one, we have the Nine of Cups with the King of Cups in the upright, beautiful. I do see celebration, I do see partying, but there's this sudden shift and sudden change coming up in the center. Yeah, this could still be good wins and victories coming your way. Just don't overindulge too much. In the center, we have the Five of Cups with the Five of Swords. The big thing I was feeling here is like this sudden shift, this sudden change where something either goes from rough to really good or really good to rough. It's like flip-flopping back and forth. This could be a person that likes to rain on your parade. Okay, this could be a person that like needles and prods. It's like a rough type of energy. Like someone could be angry, but another vibe I'm getting was like a sudden change of heart. Okay, where you might be feeling real high on something and then it's like boom, low, or feeling real low and then real high. Like these very fast shifts. Moving to the back end, we have the Four of Wands with the Ace of Swords. It also got the double clarification, which is a very rare thing in my video readings. I did feel like Spirit's trying to send you a message. It's just not quite clicking, not quite connecting. The big sign here is like, all right, don't overthink this or don't overthink anything too much. Don't be your own worst enemy in your mind, okay? Because you could be psyching yourself out. But the other message, you know what path you have to walk. You know what the right thing to do is. So just do what you know is right, okay? So please screenshot that if you want to look into it further. Let's get you a shadow card. Yeah, lots of omens and synchronicities happening around you. So let's see what's in the shadows for Taurus. Yes, my friends, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge either. They could be a good thing. So let's see what's up. And yes, if you've made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love and appreciation for my channel members. Okay, one shadow card here. Let's wrap this up in a nice, neat little bow for my Taurus friends for their bonus reading. I do feel some good things coming for you this month, but just know your feelings will be prone to shift and change powerfully. So we have Lady Justice showing up in the shadows for you. This is a rare card in the shadows, okay? For a portion of you, it could be a connection to a Libra. When we think of justice, we think of legal things, contractual things. If you're going through anything legal or contractual, Spirit could be telling you to be extra cautious, extra careful when this energy is in the mix. Aside from that, this is karmic. Okay, so maybe some of you are going through big cycle changes in life. That could absolutely be it. But a positive message that we could pull from justice in the shadows could easily be Spirit saying, like, hey, something's going to balance out for you. Okay, if you are going through any hectic things, or even if you're not, Lady Justice brings balance into a situation one way or another. So that could be a really positive message. Taurus, that's what I have for you, my beautiful friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the March subscriber surprise. If you would like to get a personal reading done with me, you can find my digital calendar on mastermetaphysics.com, so please feel free to check it out. But for the March subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful, fantastic Tarot of the Owls. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, what is your favorite zodiac sign? And give me a couple reasons why. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.